HSGT Round Up going on the road as Citrus Valley is battling Murrieta Mesa on the gridiron on a Thursday night. I'm FERNANDEZ, but before we get to the football highlights, we join Louis Amistoy at the Big 8 League Cross Country meet. Louis.
All right, we're here at Ramona Park for the Big 8 League Cross Country meet, the first league meet of the season, and an impressive day on the girls' side for freshman McKenna Genevieve, running 17:32 to win the race, but it wasn't enough to stop Corona, who was very impressive on the day. Now on the boys' side, Nick Wolf, a senior out of Roosevelt, he looked very, very relaxed early on. He was the big winner on the boys' side, running right about where he wanted to here on this course on a very warm day, but for Roosevelt, it still wasn't enough as they lose to Corona in a very tight race as well. All right, from Ramona Park, we're going to throw it now to Ramona High School and Chris ERCOLI.
An Inland Valley League clash between Canyon Springs and Ramona Thursday afternoon. Ramona is red hot to start the season. They are undefeated and hoping to improve to 5-0 after their matchup with Canyon Springs. The Rams off to a hot start on their home turf in the first game. It's Haley Bradian with the spike to give Ramona the 15-10 lead. Canyon Springs played Ramona tough last year though, and they would look to do the same again, responding with a spike of their own, cutting the lead to 15-12. But the Cougars would fall short in game one on a miss hit by Sydney Carville as the Rams take it 25-18. Ramona would dominate again in the second game, led by some big plays from Tori Lang as they go 25-16. But Canyon Springs would make things interesting in the third game, trailing by just 1 point at 17-16, but this point would be just out of the reach of Sydney Gerard. And things would unravel from there as the Rams moved to a perfect 5-0 on the season, winning the third set 25-20. Now let's throw it back to Pep for some Thursday night football action.
Thanks, Chris, and great job, Louis. And the roundup rolls on with your football action. Citrus Valley hosting Murrieta Mesa, two third-year programs who are both undefeated to start the season. So here we go to Hodges Stadium on the campus of Citrus Valley in Redlands. Murrieta Mesa, CV battling first quarter. It's the Rams quarterback Chase Chambers puts one up. On the other end, it's Khalil Sharp. Hauls it in. That sets up a touchdown for Murrieta Mesa and made it 7-zip. But Citrus Valley turns right around and they're going to run the ball right at you. Andrew Gonzalez coming right into your living room, 43 yards on that run. And then later on that same drive, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Jason Snow punches in the touchdown, ties the game at 7. Now we move to the second quarter. Chambers rolls out. He's going to find his guy Davian Neitz, and that makes it 17-7, Murrieta Mesa on top. Later in the second quarter, Kyler Vasquez, he's going to punch in another Murrieta Mesa touchdown, and the Rams take a commanding 24-7 lead. But the Blackhawks would close the gap before halftime. Gonzalez again scoring the touchdown for Citrus Valley. That makes it 24-14 at the break. So now we go to the third quarter, and it's more from the Rams ground game. Dominic Odegaard, the tough touchdown run, somehow slips through traffic, takes it to the paint, 31-14, Murrieta Mesa on top. Then later in the third quarter, how about one more Rams touchdown? Chambers to Gilbert Toves on the TD pass, 37-14. The Rams go up. A great night if you're an owl flying over the stadium. Not so great to be a Blackhawk from Citrus Valley as they lose to Murrieta Mesa by final score of 37-14. Also on Thursday night, Summit tosses the shutout against Colton, 35-0 your final as Summit improves at 3-1 and Colton remains winless. And get the rest of your high school football highlights, scores, and analysis with HS Game Time Live beginning at 9 o'clock on Friday night. For the HSGT Roundup, I'm Pep Fernandez.